I'm David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake, Old Snake, and Big Boss. Whether you're a longtime Metal Gear Solid fan or your mission has just begun, we're pulling out all the stops to make the legendary franchise more enjoyable than ever before. Metal Gear was first released in 1987 on the MSX2, and while the game was well received, nobody knew just how far the Metal Gear franchise would go. When Metal Gear Solid hit the scene in 1998, it became an instant global phenomenon. Critics called it innovative, a cinematic classic, technically stunning, and even the best video game ever made. The game found millions of fans worldwide. The sequels received equally widespread acclaim, ultimately growing into a franchise that has reshaped the gaming world and remained relevant for decades. Metal Gear Solid gave rise to a new genre of stealth video games, and with select Metal Gear Solid titles, additional bonus content, and a breathtaking remake of a beloved fan favorite on the way. This is the Metal Gear Solid experience you've been waiting for. What makes a franchise legendary? There's no franchise quite like Metal Gear Solid. It stands on its own as one of the most fun, richly layered, and brilliantly written video game series of all time. And, as with most masterpieces, diving in as a new fan can be a bit daunting. For starters, you've got shadow organizations, secret agents, double agents, triple agents, non-linear timelines, giant nuclear weapons, clones, and multiple characters named Snake. Fortunately, this first collection sets players on the right path. The Master Collection Volume 1 includes emulations of the original PlayStation versions of Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. These three games, all available for the first time on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam, are the perfect place to hone your stealth skills on solo missions and become the legendary soldier you were born to be. The collection will also include the two regional versions of Metal Gear. Fans of the franchise know that if we were to go into a full exploration of everything that makes this franchise legendary, this video could play non-stop for days on end. Instead, we'll focus on a handful of elements that make Metal Gear uniquely Metal Gear. Let's start with some of the innovative and iconic gameplay. Fans know this story is loaded with fun, random things you'd never expect in a high-stakes espionage thriller. For example, you have a boss called Psycho Mantis who can read your mind. That is if you haven't removed your PlayStation's memory card, but what would be the fun in that? You can break out of prison with nothing but a bottle of ketchup. And there's even a secret theater in Metal Gear Solid 3 that plays every cutscene in the game. Of course, that only scratches the surface. The developers knew that even serious games had to be fun, and they delivered. They also delivered on overarching elements that have come to define the game and make their way into popular culture, such as codec calls used to relay critical intel on your mission, constant, high-stakes situations, and a storyline full of twists and turns that keeps players on their toes. Symbols from the game have also come to define the franchise. Even something as simple as this. In a game where your survival depends on your stealth capabilities, the cardboard box is a perfect way to avoid guards, cameras, and enemy traps. You'll just feel more comfortable in the box. Sorry. It became an essential tool for Solid Snake, and a bit of an unexpected hit among fans. Some symbols that began in Metal Gear Solid have even made their way into the wider world beyond the Metal Gear franchise. Metal Gear has become so iconic that something as simple as an exclamation point, used as a device to alert players that their enemy has either spotted them or has been distracted, has found its way into the wider world beyond Metal Gear, appearing in other video games and even in feature films. Solid Snake is only one iteration of Snake. You remember when I said this could go on for days? Well, a few of those days could be spent discussing the Snakes alone. So, here's the simple version. The original Snake was born in 1935. He was a man named John, codenamed Naked Snake, later earning the moniker Big Boss. This essentially sets the stage for a wild ride of insane character dynamics, unpredictable family drama, and epic plot twists that have captivated players for generations and continues to do so to this day. But brace yourselves, because this epic collection is just the beginning. Everything you love about Metal Gear started here, but it's about to get even better. Coming up, we'll delve into the epic, long-awaited remake of what many fans consider to be the best game in the entire franchise. And until then, this is Snake, signing off.